It's 4 o'clock in Los Angeles. It's 6 o'clock in Chicago. And it's 7 p.m. in New York City. Hello, everybody. I'm Mad Dr. Scipio, joined as I am, God help me, by Amelia the Pitbull Chapman. She's back. God, she's back. What did I do to deserve this? She's back. How you doing, Amelia?
Good. Better anyway. Feeling better.
Well, good. I'm happy
Yeah.
for you. You can leave now. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, bye. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Look at this. I want everybody to see this. If you're watching, those of you listening can't see this, but I'm rocking my Shrek sweat
His Shrek shirt.
outfit over here. Wait a minute. I got Shrek sweatpants on too with the big logo on it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
I'm rocking my Shrek tonight. Yes, indeed. How you been, kid?
Oh, my goodness. It's
What's
just
been going on with you?
having a cold is not fun, as you know, because I
It's
was out
not.
commission for a little
No.
bit and then went to go see the doctor today to freshen up my medications that I'm taking. And then she was worried about something. So she did some blood work just to make sure everything's going to be okay.
Yeah.
So
Well,
I'm waiting
good.
for that.
You taking care of yourself?
Oh, yeah.
You better.
Yeah.
We need
Especially
you around here because I got nobody else to aggravate.
especially since I'm going to be a new glamour, as they say.
A granny, yes, you're
A
gonna be a
granny.
granny.
My sister was a granny first, and she's younger. So,
And yep, Amelia's gonna be a granny.
yep.
Damn,
Very excited.
granny. Is that gonna be your first granny?
First
First
baby.
one?
Yes.
No kidding, really?
Yeah. Yep. We're
Well,
so
your
excited.
lazy ass son go out and get laid. You might have another grandkid.
No, he says he doesn't want the responsibility of a girlfriend. He doesn't want the responsibility of a relationship. He doesn't want none of that.
He's a smart kid.
And he's like Facebook.
He is.
No, thank you. He hates social media. He does not want to download Facebook, but he'll tell me every now and then about what stuff's on
He hates
YouTube.
social media. I love
He
this kid.
hates social media. Yes.
I love this kid. And his
Yeah.
mother is a social media whore. There
Oh,
you go.
thanks a lot.
You're welcome. Look, let's be honest about it.
Mhm.
You got lemons, TikTok, up your ass, around the corner, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch,
I don't have Twitter or Twitch.
up your
No.
nose. You got all this other shit. You got every social media platform.
Not
Now there's
really.
another one
Mhm.
called Polly.
Really?
There's another one called. I know about it and you don't.
No.
Oh my God.
No.
There's another one called Polly. Because guess what? I got news
What?
for you.
Mhm.
TikTok is going away in about 3 months
Mm.
because they're not going to make the deal. Donald Trump said if he don't make the deal, TikTok is going away in the U.S.
Wow.
And right now, Chinese are playing hardball, and they don't want to give up that algorithm
Yeah,
because they're
especially.
using TikTok to spy on people.
Mhm.
You know that, right?
Yeah, I've heard
But
of that. Yeah.
But Trump's argument is, and by the way, folks, hi, how you doing? We're going to talk about Donald Trump today. Trump's argument is, look, the Chinese make cell phones, they make computers, but 95% of the phones being used right now are made in China.
Yeah, I can agree
You
with that.
realize
Yes.
that?
Yes.
What's to stop the Chinese from uploading software into your phone?
Exactly. Yeah.
You understand the argument?
Yeah, I understand. A lot
It's
of
a
people.
very, very simple thing to understand.
Mhm.
And I get it, but the Chinese with regard to TikTok is a lot worse because do you realize that 87% of America has TikTok?
Yes, and
Without America, TikTok goes away.
yeah,
People don't realize that.
and
The
people are selling
United
their
States of
phones.
America, the United States of America is keeping TikTok in business.
Yes.
And if this country goes away
Mhm.
from TikTok, TikTok closes up and goes bye-bye.
Yeah.
And I don't care, Lemon 8 ain't gonna work.
No,
Because
'cause it's
Lemon 8
attached to it.
Lemon 8, people don't understand. Lemon 8 is TikTok.
Yeah.
It's TikTok. It's a
Mhm.
different name but you may as well call it TikTok 2.0
Yeah, exactly.
because that's all it is. Lemon 8 is
All it is.
TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, tonight's show, Trump's first week, a mixed bag of nuts. Let's talk about Donald Trump's first week. Now, we're about, believe it or not, this is crazy, but we're only like 10 days into his presidency. You realize that, right?
Yeah, just barely 10 days.
He got, yeah, he got, what was it? No, no, I'm not. We're 6 days.
6 days, yeah.
Oh my God, we're not even a week. Holy shit.
Not until Monday. This Monday.
He
It is
was
Monday.
inaugurated well, no, yeah,
It is a week.
exactly 1 week today. He was
Mhm.
inaugurated on the 20th. No
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
1 week. So the show was absolutely accurate. Trump's first week. Hot damn.
Mhm.
Angelo, pat yourself on the anyway. So okay, you're a Trumper. All right. So let's
Yeah.
talk about this. Give me your
Absolutely.
let me ask you this way first. Give me your before we get specific,
Okay.
give me your overall opinion of his first week in general.
He had a big mess to clean up, let's just say. Might as well bring in like a dozen garbage trucks, as they say, because he had a lot of
Yeah,
cleanup to
no
do.
shit.
Yep. A
Yeah,
lot of
that's an
cleanup.
understatement, Amelia.
Yeah. And to me, his first week, I know it was going to be the first day, first 2 days were going to be a lot of meeting people, paperwork, getting people assigned to different positions, which was going to take about that long.
You know, it surprised me that he did my microphone. He did something that a lot of presidents talk about, but none of them really do,
Right.
which is on day you hear them all say this. When I'm elected on day one, we're going to clean out this and blah 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 blah. And
Right.
then they 4 years later they came in with the same fucking mess they're leaving with, right?
Yeah,
All right.
that's true.
Donald Trump didn't do that. In the first 3 days, listen to this, folks. This is a real number. In the first 3 days in office, he signed
Mhm.
287 executive orders,
Yes. Yes.
more than any other president in the history of the United States.
Yeah.
Think
Awesome.
about what I just said to you. Think about that. More than any other president in the history of the United States. In 3 days, he did what none of them have done in their entire term.
Yeah. He said he was going to do that, and he did it. He kept that
He,
promise.
Amelia, the
Yeah.
first day he
The
was there,
first,
he did 160
yeah, the first hour after
on
being
the
elected,
first
right?
day.
Yeah. And
The
also
first day.
and also too, it's like what it took our other horrible people that were in office before him
Oh, you mean Joe
months.
Biden
Yeah,
and
Biden.
Kamala Harris?
Yeah, the Kamala the giant, Ugandan giant, as they
Yeah,
call her around here.
Kamala the Ugandan giant.
Months.
Yeah.
People in North Carolina were
Did,
intense, living in hotels.
wait a
1 2
minute.
days.
Did you see that Trump went over there?
Yes, he did.
Tell everybody what happened. Tell
He got
everybody what
he got
happened with Biden
people.
first, then tell them what Trump did. Good.
He told them he didn't really pretty much care about them because they started living in tents or hotels. There was 2 children that allegedly that I know of, that I've heard allegedly froze to death. A family, a husband, wife, and a child allegedly froze to death because like I said, we're gonna say allegedly because we don't know. I'm not putting any names up,
Well, right. Hmm.
but they were in office. They were there for months. He gets into office
Yeah.
recently this weekend. This past weekend, he goes. Trump, our president, and Melania, the first lady, go to North Carolina and put people up that were in tents and hotels up in full furnished apartments.
The difference between Joseph Biden and Donald Trump is simple. It's one difference between the two.
Yes,
It's a word called conviction.
yes,
Donald Trump says what he means and means what he says. That's he's convicted
yes.
In spiritual terms, we call that conviction of the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Biden and Kamala, the Ugandan giant Harris, know nothing about that because they're heartless, mindless, soulless trolls that only care about lining their pockets and not helping
Exactly.
people. Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna use a word on the air, ladies and gentlemen, and then if it offends you, I don't really give a rat's fuck. Kamala Harris is a cunt.
yeah,
Okay, she's a cunt. I'm going to use that word because she is. She's a horrible, horrible human being. And I don't
she
care who
is
hears it and I don't care who knows it. A horrible human being.
right,
And Joseph Biden should have retired from politics 40 years ago, 30 years ago. I'll
right.
give him the benefit of that.
Because someone told me that if she would have been elected, she would have kept us distracted from things going on.
That's
Donald
what they
Trump,
do. The
yeah,
Democrats do that.
and
You
Donald
know, there's
Trump
a
is
reason
showing
I
us the
call
truth.
them, Amelia, I call
Yeah,
them the Democrats for a
because
reason.
they're demons.
Because they're demons.
Exactly.
They work for a different set of principles than America.
Mhm. Yeah.
This is not a democracy, ladies and gentlemen. The United States of America is not. I repeat, if you think I'm lying, go look it up.
Right.
It is not a democracy, it's a republic.
Yes.
It is a republic. Don't believe me?
Yeah.
Listen to these words. And to the republic for which
Which
it
we
stands.
stand.
It
Yes.
doesn't
One
say to the
nation.
democracy for which it stands.
Oh, no. Yeah, you're right. Totally right. Because
Leon
also,
and Rosie are here. I
hey,
love
Leon.
Leon and Rosie. There they
Hi,
go.
Rosie.
During the debate, Donald actually called Kamala the she.
He did. I loved it.
Yes, he
I
did.
was like, is he listening to
I
us? Or
remembered that. Oh, Leon, thank you for reminding me that.
yeah.
Oh man, that's right. He did. Well, you know what? See, people don't understand this. Donald Trump is a big wrestling fan,
Yeah.
and his bestie is Vince McMahon. Him and Vince are like this, you know.
Mm,
Well, why not? They're two billionaires, okay?
right.
Two guys with billions of dollars. The only difference is Donald kept his in his pants, and
Yeah.
Vince doesn't know how to keep his in his pants.
I doubt that.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Leon, how you doing, kid? How you and Rosie doing? I haven't seen you in a little bit. Couple
Right.
weeks anyway. Um, I like Leon. Good guy. Leon's one of these old souls. He's younger than I am. He's like 10 years younger than I am. But he's an old soul,
Yeah.
you know? Um, so what else happened this week? Oh, I'm going to ask you about this, Amelia. I've been chomping at the bit to ask you about this.
Okay, go ahead.
What the hell was up with Billy Ray Cyrus?
That is a question everybody's been asking. I know that he sang that song and then I think 2 songs, and then after that he was trying to sing, and then all of a sudden somebody turned off his
They
guitar and
shut
mic
his guitar off, I heard.
because I think he was not acting rationally. I don't know what's going on with him.
No, he
It
was
wasn't
running
him.
around the stage. Like, I mean, he was running around the stage with his
Mhm.
guitar
Yeah.
and singing with no music. By the way, there was no band up there. It was just Billy Ray and his guitar.
Yeah.
But then, after Billy Ray left the stage, the next performer had a full band.
Yeah.
So my question is, where the hell was I know Billy Ray has a band. Where the
Yeah,
hell
he
was his
does.
band?
They could have had a falling out before the show. Nobody really knows the
The
story.
hell of a time to have a falling out playing for the
Yeah.
president.
Yeah, because I know that he wanted to sing the song "Some Gave All" because that represented him to Trump, and he was. But physically, he was there emotionally, and up here in the brain, he wasn't because I think he's
Yeah,
on something. He's been on something for a while, ever since his wife
yeah,
left him. But then he got with a younger woman. But before that, he was with this guy called Lil Nash, which is
yeah,
the black guy. They did that rap song.
yeah.
And of course, now that guy is with the other team, I might as well say.
Yeah.
with the devil and the music, as we say, because we're
Yep.
gonna be doing that
Hmm.
show again. We'll
Well,
probably
we're
bring him
doing
up
that
again.
show. Yeah, just
So
in February. Yep.
ever since he's been with him, I think
Yeah.
Billy Ray Cyrus totally has
Well,
changed.
it's funny because I looked at him and I knew he wasn't drunk
Right, he wasn't.
because when you're drunk,
You'd be slurring your words.
you it's a different kind
Yes,
of it's a different kind of behavior.
exactly.
He was fired up, man. He was on some
He was
serious
something.
whatever it was like not good.
Hmm.
But Billy Ray and the other thing everybody was asking about, what was up with this? Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky
He was
heart.
gonna do an
What the hell was
acapella.
his voice? Where did his voice go?
That's with somebody that does probably a lot of, I'm gonna say, allegedly he was on drugs or something, but that's
No,
somebody
no,
that
it's
does
no
drugs.
alleged about it. He was on
Yeah,
something. You could
yeah.
forget the alleged. He
Somebody
was
that's on
tuned up.
drugs sounds like that.
Well, here's the problem though. I heard him before that and I heard him after that, and he still
Mhm.
sounds like that.
Yeah,
I believe Billy Ray Cyrus lost his voice. His voice is gone. He
yeah.
can't sing anymore.
No.
You listen to the original Achy Breaky Heart,
Hmm.
and then you listen to him now,
It's not
it
the.
sounds like a different guy singing it.
It's not even him singing. I don't even believe it's him anymore. It doesn't even look like him to me, to
It
be
doesn't
honest with
look
you.
like it doesn't look
It
like it because
it
he's got
doesn't.
hair. You know who he looks like? It's funny.
Mm.
On TikTok, somebody put that video and they replaced, you know how they do this AI stuff, right?
Yes. Hmm.
Somebody replaced Billy Ray Cyrus with Rob Zombie. And
Yeah.
guess what?
They
Here's the best part. You can't tell the difference
no.
because Rob Zombie and Billy Ray look like twin brothers right now.
They do. It's horrible
Billy
because
Ray's hair is down to his ass. He's
mhm,
got this beard. He looks like I said to my
a
wife. No,
mountain
my
man.
wife said to me, he looks like a homeless guy.
Yeah, he looks like a homeless mountain man.
He
It's from
does,
Tennessee, but he lives in Kentucky. And I
right?
remember having posters of him in my wall, whenever, and especially when I lived in Tennessee. You know, I had
Oh, we
pictures of
have a
him all
new
over the
one,
place.
Judy Lee Carter. In my opinion, he's one of the best presidents we ever
Yes.
had. God bless America.
Oh, she's
We're
talking
with you,
about Trump.
Judy. Judy, you're a new one here. How did you find us? I'm always curious to ask people
Yeah.
how they come about. I know Leon and Rosie. I think Leon stumbled upon us too.
Yeah.
No, he's been with us a long time now, Leon.
Hmm.
Judy, can I call you Judy Lee or can I call you Judy or Miss Carter? By the way, any relation to the President Carter? Um, because we'll let you in even though you're a Democrat. Yeah, but not I'm kidding. No,
We
I'm
love
sure she's a
everybody around here.
Republican, absolutely.
Yeah.
For sure. So, Amelia,
Hmm.
lot happened this week. I know your bestie, your best bud, Elon Musk, is. What are you laughing for? You always
Oh
said he was
goodness.
like you want to hang out with Elon.
No, not really. Not with his latest little trucks that he's been inventing.
Tell
Come on,
everybody
give me a
what
break.
Elon did this week. Was in shock. I was in shock, but you tell everybody because if I say something, they're going to think I'm lying because everybody thinks I'm lying. But go
Well,
ahead.
he's trying to make himself the ambassador or the right hand man of Trump, but Trump already had the right hand man, which is the vice president. And he's like, I'm wanting to do this. I want to put people on the moon, and this is going to happen with all these vehicles now, and all this, and I'm going to have
Right?
people putting chips in so that way they can start doing it. And Trump's like, ho ho ho, slow down here, slow down here. I'm in charge. I'm the
Yeah.
one in charge now. I'm the one in charge. So thank you for helping me get elected. I appreciate it. We're still gonna be friends, but
Right.
as far as anything, I'm the one in charge. I make the final
So
decision
why did Elon feel like he had this extra privilege?
because of Donald Trump being on his right side, pretty much thinking he was gonna be his right hand man or
Well,
something in the office, some kind of
if I
position
hang around
probably.
Donald Trump and
Hmm.
it's like calling myself a billionaire just because I hang around Donald Trump.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're
You
thinking,
know,
okay, we're gonna be best buds, and
we're
he's
the
gonna let me.
billionaires club. Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing though.
Hmm.
Donald doesn't need Elon's money, even though
No.
Elon Musk is the richest man in the
Hmm.
world. Donald Trump doesn't have Elon's money. He doesn't
No.
need it though. He's got like 11 or 12 of his own billion
Oh yeah,
dollars.
of course. He
Okay.
doesn't need any of that.
And the thing about Elon, I think Elon would be a very valuable addition to Trump's administration, but Elon needs to get his ego in check.
Exactly. He needs to be
The
put in a
other
position.
thing is
Hmm.
that I want to talk about, and I want your opinion on this, is this so-called Nazi salute.
Oh, that no, I don't think that was a Nazi salute. I think it was an accident. He was just so excited jumping up on stage that he did that. Because if you think about it, if you look at it, it wasn't an actual Nazi salute. This would be.
Yeah,
He just went like
it.
that, and people are
My
taking it to offense.
understanding, because I watched that video 3 or 4 times to see what they're
Right.
talking about.
Hmm.
The Nazi salute, you go from the side
Yeah, like
like
this and
this.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, you don't go like from your heart. You go
Yeah,
straight out.
and he was
What
excited.
Elon did, hear me out a minute, because I think I'm going to change your mind on this, on
Hmm.
something. What Elon did was he put his hand on his heart like this. He put his hand on his heart and went like this, like a big wave.
Yes,
That's
exactly.
what it looked like to
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Like a big, like this, like a big
Yeah, like,
wave.
yay, like that, but he put it instead of doing
Because
this,
he
he
turned around and did the
did that.
same thing to the people behind him, like
Yeah.
waving at them.
Mhm. Yeah,
So I
instead of
don't
doing
know
the
where
fist,
they
he
get
did this.
this Nazi salute from. So now that I said that,
Mm.
does it make sense to you?
Yeah, it's just the media trying to make something negative against Donald Trump again. As you've noticed, everybody in the media is trying to say something negative about him, that he's going to be a Nazi president, he's not going to be any good for us. Why did we vote him into office? Why are we stupid? I
You
mean,
didn't vote him into office. We did.
exactly. And
The
I've even
press
had
never voted anyone into
no,
office. We
and
did.
there's a friend of mine on Facebook that we've been friends for a while, a long while actually, and she posted everything about Kamala this, Kamala that, and she argued with me like something to the fact that how dare you say this about Kamala, blah blah blah. But then she turns around and says something negative about Trump, and I turn around and say, how come you say something negative about Trump? Oh, she jumps all over me. I was like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
if you can't stand the heat, then get out of the kitchen.
Goodbye.
You know.
By the way, Judy Lee Carter says she's no relation to the president. Okay. Found you guys scrolling through YouTube. Oh, the Chris Benoit episode. Do you know how many people,
Hmm.
Judy Lee, how many people have come here because of the Benoit episode? We've done, I'm not making this up, we have done
Nine.
nine Chris Benoit episodes.
Hmm.
And every episode we've done, more information, more audio and video, more police reports, more info than anyone else online, period, bar none. I will put that up against anybody, Judy
Oh, of
Lee.
course,
Tell them
absolutely.
I said that in case you know anyone. I
And
will put our I will put our investigative team up against anybody.
mhm, yeah,
Period. Now, my turn to bitch and complain a little bit.
go
The
for it.
only thing I have I don't have much complaining because I think the president. I think the only thing that he needed to do in his first, because this is 1 week today since he was. It
Right.
seems like he's been there a year already
I know it feels
with
like
all
a
the
long
shit that
time.
he's been doing, right? But I think if I were to have one complaint, I think settle into the job first.
Right.
We know you're going to do what you said you're going to do. We know that. We know it because you're a man of your word.
Hmm.
Okay. Settle in first. Then start cleaning the swamp.
Right.
What he did on day one, although it was exciting, I think it was in my just again, my opinion. My opinion may mean nothing, but I think what he did was overkill. in his first day because there was a lot going on. Do
Oh
you
yeah.
know that they were going from 6 a.m. till
So
1 o'clock in the
oh
morning?
yeah,
They didn't
parties
get back
and
to the
everything like
White
that.
House till 2 o'clock in the morning. Do you
Yeah.
realize that?
Yes.
And then he got up the next morning and had the national prayer breakfast where he had to hear a lesbian
That
preacher,
was a disaster. Oh my gosh.
which was fucking horrible.
Oh,
I hope all the
I
you
I
know
heard a room.
the gay community's happy about that because the
I think
rest
they
of us are
removed
certainly
her.
not.
Yeah.
That was horrible.
It was horrible to listen to. Did you see his face just
And
having to
mom,
sit
listen to
there?
me, folks. I just want to say something. You've been I bust balls. You know that, okay?
Yeah.
But you know that I'm fair on this show, and you be honest. If you think I'm an asshole, just tell the
You're
world,
fair. You're fair.
okay? Good, I can handle it. But here's the thing: I am not a homophobe,
No.
okay? I have family members that are gay.
Me too.
I have a family member that's trans, okay? That I've never talked about. I have a family member that's trans. I've never talked about this person in public ever. I've never told my wife. I have never told my wife about my cousin that's transsexual. Okay. I love everybody equally. And if I hate you, I hate you equally. But I don't hate anybody. I dislike some shit. But I think what that bishop did was out of place,
Yes.
not called for. I think it went against everything that they told her.
Yes.
Do you know that they had 31 ministers there from every religion under the sun? Okay. 31 different ministers representing 31 different religions. No two were the same.
No.
All right. One woman, one gay bishop decides to take it on herself, not to listen to what they said. They said to all the bishops, go up, speak words of encouragement, kindness, unification, keep it spiritual, they
Yes.
said.
Mm-hmm.
She gets up and the first thing out of her mouth is talking about transsexuals
How was
and
that?
gay children. And what the fuck are you talking about?
I was like,
Are you
oh
shitting
my.
me? Ruffian's here.
Hey.
Hey, man. He goes, oh, man, what did I just walk into? You walked into Papa Bear doing what he does best, Ruff.
I was just like, my mouth was just like, I couldn't speak for the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh.
No,
And
here's Ruffian just nailed it in one sentence.
mm-hmm.
In one sentence. She did it for the sound bite. It's all about the show, and that's exactly what it is. It was her moment in the spotlight.
Her 15
She
minutes.
knew if she opens her mouth, she's going to get invited on The View, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon. She's going to get invited, to talk with Oprah or whoever the fucking Breakfast Club or whatever the hell they are. Well, I mean,
The Today Show.
everybody's got a fucking show now.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, for the
But
ladies
ours
on
is the
View,
only one worth listening to. Who are you sticking your tongue out to?
I said
Me?
for the ladies in The View.
Oh, The View? They're
Yeah.
a bunch of old dykes. Fuck them.
Did you see the Scott Baio video where he named all the celebrities that were against
And I
Trump?
make no apology for saying that, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
The View are a bunch of old dykes. I don't give a fuck.
I don't
Because
like
this
any
is
of them.
Donald Trump's America, and I can speak my mind now.
Yes.
And if you don't like it, read this sometimes. It's called the Constitution of the United States of America. Read it. If you have any left after they're done burning all the fucking books.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I digress. Now, I'm a happy man again. Okay. And again, I make no apologies. I will never apologize for keeping true to myself. I will never do that. My audience deserves better. They know better. They've been with me a long time. You guys know how I am and who I am. Real simple. Keep it honest, keep it straightforward.
And tell the truth.
And tell the truth. If it hurts anybody, I'll apologize later. Maybe.
Maybe if they deserve it.
Maybe. Yeah. If I'm
if
if I'm if I'm in the convicted spirit of it, I'll do it.
if they deserve it,
Anyway,
right?
speaking of which, we talked about this before. The difference between Joe Biden and Donald Trump, conviction.
Oh wow.
Here's a guy, Joe Biden, who in 4 years set America on fire, caused division between black and white,
Yes.
took every dollar China gave him, protected his coke-addicted pedophile son, and left the White House worth almost $1 billion. That's not a lie, folks, and it's not a typo on the net. Joe Biden left the White House being worth $850 million. Do you understand what I'm talking about? That's almost $1 billion. Joe Biden is the second richest man to ever leave the White House. Okay? The second richest man to ever leave the White House. It used to be the second richest man to leave the White House used to be Bill Clinton.
Right.
Joe Biden surpassed him by many hundreds of millions of dollars. But the richest president we ever had is Donald Trump. He's also the best president we ever had.
The smartest.
One of the worst we ever had was John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's a tie between John F. Kennedy and Jimmy Carter. Because Jimmy Carter was a sweet guy, but God rest his soul. I'm sorry, Mr. President, but you were a horrible president.
Yeah.
Because you did nothing. Jimmy Carter was too kind. He had no balls. And then Ronald Reagan came in wearing his balls for earrings and said, okay, folks, there's a new sheriff in town. Watch this. And started taking out America's enemies. All right, you want to fuck with us? Here you go.
Yep. He said, I'm not just an actor. I can be president too. Watch.
Watch this. Watch this, mommy.
Right?
Well, there you go again. That's my Ronald Reagan impression. Well, there you go again, mommy. He used to call Nancy, his wife, Nancy used to call her mommy, which I thought was cute.
Oh.
Yeah, he did. You ever hear him? Go on YouTube. There's videos of Ronald Reagan calling his wife mommy. Hello, mommy. Anyway, let's see what's going on here. We got a bunch of stuff. Oh, Carter. Oh, here you go. Carter was an awful, but good person. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Good person. Horrible president. Horrible president. He did nothing. He did absolutely nothing.
He did more after the presidency than he did in the presidency.
Yeah.
I'm not lying though, right?
No, he did. He aligned himself with one of the best groups you can, a Habitat for Humanity.
Yes.
He physically went out, physically himself,
and built houses.
Went out and started building houses for people.
Yeah.
Do you imagine like working next to Jimmy Carter building a house?
Wow, it just
like what do you say to him?
It's
I
like,
couldn't imagine what those conversations were like.
Right?
What else was going on this week? Tell everybody, because you apparently won't shut up. So tell everybody what's going on.
Well, no,
she does this to me, folks. And she gets on a roll, and I just let her go. Go ahead.
No,
Load him out. Go ahead.
Talk.
Really? I'm going to have my coffee. I'm waiting for you to talk. Shut up.
No, and as they said that also too, he said that he was wanting to get rid of a lot of people from CNN, the fake news, really do away with that too, is what I heard.
Oh, wait a minute. That? You reminded me. Oh my God, I knew I wanted to say something.
Yeah.
You reminded me of something. The president of CNN News is a Republican.
Wow.
He told all the news crew at CNN News, from this day forward, We're going to report the news fairly, unbiased, and down the middle. If you
Good.
fail to do so,
Bye
go
bye.
work for MSNBC. Because
Hmm.
MSNBC, I think MSNBC stands for more of the same nonsense bullshit. It's probably what it stands for.
Probably so. I wouldn't doubt it.
We're going to come up with an acronym for MSNBC. I'm going to come up with one.
Yeah, something good
But
for them because they
probably
deserve it.
before the show's over, too.
Yeah, they deserve something like that. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
like no matter
Horrible,
what,
man. It's
it-
awful.
yeah, people are having their opinions on, well, y'all voted him in the office, blah blah blah. It's just all the crybabies that are crying.
Yep.
Just wait till
Absolutely.
they get a stimulus check or their groceries go down and say, oh, excuse me, your groceries went down, but yet you're complaining. So maybe you shouldn't buy groceries, or maybe you shouldn't put gas in your car if you're complaining since the gas prices are down. Or maybe you shouldn't have that stimulus check since you're complaining that your President Trump lowered down, gave you that nice little check. And
The
then,
problem, in my opinion,
mhm,
is that Joseph Rubinet Biden, or I should say Joseph Ruination of America Biden,
there you go, ruining
um,
America.
he he gave people an excuse to stay home.
Yeah. Oh,
He
that's
gave
another
them
thing
free.
now.
Will you shut up and let me talk? Damn. He
Oh my
gave
goodness.
people an excuse to stay home. He gave people
Hmm.
a reason not to work.
Yeah.
He gave them free money. And not only did he give it to them one time, he gave it to them 4 times. Do you know
Yes.
that I got 2 checks during
Hmm.
that period of time?
Yeah, me too.
And I said, okay, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah.
I'll take it. The government's going to give you money. You going to tell me
Hmm.
no?
Right.
No? Really? How many people do you know are going to say no to free money? Nobody I know of, especially Leon and Rosie, are going to say no
Right.
to free money,
Yeah.
you know? And maybe Ruffian, but I think Ruffian's got probably 700,000 or 800,000 he's sitting on. I
Yeah.
don't know. But Ruffian sounds like, oh, I said something. There you go. There's Leon. We had we have indecencies here. Incidences here.
Ah,
We've heard about voting for Trump. Um, we've heard about voting for Trump. Well, what do you mean, Leon? Explain this to me. You're losing me
yeah.
there, bud.
I
We've
know. It's
heard
like,
about voting for Trump. We've had indecent incidences here. Well, what kind of incidences? I'm curious. I know that there's problems with the medication. I know that without getting too much into your personal stuff, I
hmm
know that there's some medical issues, medicine issues, I should say.
hmm
What can let me ask you this, Leon? What can the show do for you? Because we
exactly.
have this ability to fix shit. You can ask people like our friend Stephanie
Oh,
Dudley.
oh wow. He just answered you.
The office is after us.
Oh wow.
Really? Well, we're
Hmm.
just going to have to fix that, aren't we, Amelia?
Yes, we are. We're gonna have to fix that and make sure that
Okay.
nothing happens to them.
President Trump said there's only two genders, male and female, and there should be no females in absolutely. You know what, Judy? We're
Correct.
just talking about that.
Yeah.
The the female bishop who spoke that day took in one fell swoop. She took a giant shit
Yes.
on everything Donald Trump stood for. Okay? And that is an absolute shame. She should apologize for what she said to the president. She should apologize for what she said about the president. And she should be made to resign her position as bishop of the Episcopal Church because she's an embarrassment to the church itself. An embarrassment. Horrible
A huge
embarrassment to the
embarrassment.
church.
Yeah, I mean, if I went to a church like that, I would not be wanting her to stand up right there for me to listen to her talk. I don't think so.
Yeah. But
Uh,
listen, well, let's switch gears for just a minute.
Oh,
We're gonna do a
he
little
said
a
something
little
else.
a pause here because I want to tell everybody while we got El Ruffian and Leon here, it's coming back. Check it out. 1, 2, 3. Tomorrow night, the premiere, the return of Wrestling with the Future on WWTF and WTBR 88.7 radio, broadband radio systems around the world. We are jacked to be back with Wrestling with the Future. And here we go. Leon, what do you got, Leon? 6 of us chanted Trump in lunchroom and minister they called the police.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of here. For real? They called the cops on Leon and Rosie, 2 nice people like that. We had a Trump rally after lunch and the police were good. That's just, I
That's
have to
ridiculous.
find out. This is what state are you in, Leon? So I know never to visit there.
Right.
What are you in, like Tennessee, Kansas, Iowa? Where are you? Because this is crazy shit. This
Very
don't happen in the
crazy.
United States of America. They're chanting the president's name and they called the fucking police on. Are you kidding me?
I bet you if
You
they
know
were
what I
chanting,
would do? New York? Really?
what?
Trump carried New York by a landslide. What the fuck are they talking about? Really? New
It
York?
could have been the owners of the restaurant or the manager of the restaurant was a Harris supporter. You never know because that's what's happening. If during the
Say that
rally,
again. No, you got my attention now. Say that again.
it could have been the manager or the owner of the restaurant was either a Harris supporter because anytime that Harris would go into a restaurant for a rally, they let her come in, shake hands, blah, blah, blah. But if it was Trump or if it was Vance, they would say, no, we don't want them here. Go away. They're not coming in.
I find that hard to believe. I
They
find that
did that in
extremely
Pennsylvania.
hard to believe based on the info, based on what I've seen, based on what I know.
A Pennsylvania restaurant did that.
Poughkeepsie, New York. Okay. Poughkeepsie, New York. All right, Leon. We are out. Leon, after the show, do me a favor, please. I want you to email me all the information you have. Email it to what's the buzz popcast at gmail.com. Okay. Amelia and I are going to get on this. All right. I promise you the
Absolutely.
show, we will get you some satisfaction. And if at the very least, we'll probably get you kicked out of that facility, but that's okay because they're not the only one. But we're gonna fix the problem here.
Absolutely.
Again, tomorrow night, the return of Wrestling with the Future. You guys, Ruffian, Leon, you got Judy Lee is here. Join me tomorrow night on Wrestling with the Future, 7 p.m. Same place, same time, and you'll find us on YouTube. Where you are now, that's where you're going to find us every night.
You have a different co-host though. That
Tomorrow night, I'll be joined by former professional wrestler Michael Armageddon Murphy, who worked for the wrestled for the NWA, the WWWA, National Wrestling Superstars, and Superstar Wrestling. Michael is a veteran of the ring of some 30 years. He almost looks as bad as I do. Shit. Um, let's see, rough. Let's see there, rough. There's a lot of emotional haters out there. Yes, there are, man. Spanish people scared about being deported. Well, there's some merit to this. Now, let me explain to you what's going on. They're, the president and ICE and the Department of Immigration are not randomly throwing Hispanic people out of the country. That's not what's happening. The people that are being deported all have rap sheets. They're all documented criminals. I want people to understand what's going on here. The people who are here, who have children here, who work here, are going to have to pay their fair share. That's fair. That's just fair for everybody.
Absolutely.
But that's not who President Trump is going after. He's going after people that are criminals, rapists, murderers, people who came here to disrupt our republic. Notice how I say that, and I will say that from now on. I will never call the United States of America a democracy again, because that implies something that we are not.
Right.
We are not a democracy. We are a republic, and there is a difference, a big and vast difference. Okay? Now, for example, the Republic of China is a republic, but it's not a democratic republic. It's a communist republic. Okay? It's China. They're all communists.
Yeah.
In America, we have democratic rule. That's the difference. That's the difference. We are a democratic republic. That's who we are. You get it now?
Yeah.
All right. You're welcome. Amelia,
Yes.
Trump's first week in office. All right. Highs and lows of his first week. Other than your bestie got bashed. I'm sorry, but Elon had to go.
Right? He had to go bye-bye, right?
Why he got a little too big for his britches, but
yeah, he got a little chip on his shoulder, I should say.
Here's what's going to happen. Mark my words. Here's what's going to happen. Elon's going to sulk for a little bit. Donald's going to realize what he did.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to kiss and make up. Elon will be back in the fold before you know it. Continue.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
I'll shut up now.
Well, of course, getting him into office was exciting and everything like that. He was going with the flow, and then he got a little bit too, I guess, excited and happy. But then, of course, Donald Trump wanted to make sure that he got all the laws passed that he had to pass right away.
Yeah.
And I think that, him wanting to pass that where he tries to run for a third term, which I'm kind of scared about now because I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
That's not going to happen. It only happened one time in American history, and that was with Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Mm-hmm. Franklin Roosevelt was elected to 3 terms as president and would have won a 4th term had he lived.
Yeah.
But Franklin Delano Roosevelt, one who many people consider the greatest president next to Donald Trump, died in the White House. He passed away in the White House, and he's still during his 3rd term, by the way.
Yes.
And it was an election year, and he was running for another term. But that's why now, after Franklin Roosevelt, mm-hmm. Congress said presidents will only run 2 terms.
2 years, right?
And you know what? And it's a fair term. Now, if Congress can vote the same rule for themselves, because Joe Biden was a congressman, he was a senator. Well, he was a congressman first,
right,
and then a senator. But he was a senator for 36 years,
right,
before he became vice president and then president.
Right.
And thank God he only served 1 term as president, but he did serve 8 years as vice president under Barack Obama.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I
People
think
forget that Joe Biden was in the White House.
Oh yeah.
For 12. Listen to what I'm saying, Amelia. For 12 years. people don't understand what I'm saying.
Mhm.
Joe Biden spent 12 years in the White House, 8 as vice president, 4 as president.
Right.
Go ahead, Mel.
And I think what you were saying, as far as the lows of him being in president just this 1 week, like you said, I think he should have looked at all the laws. I know he wants to pass everything, keep his promises, but look at each one of them and say, okay, should I do this one first? Do the major ones first. Do what he's
Yeah.
got to do first, and then go back, like you said, settle in, and then start looking at them, and then start passing them each one by at a
Right.
time. Because he had crammed everything in a week, going
Mhm.
to his people in North Carolina, going to California,
Yeah.
passing those laws. Too much.
Amelia, one correction.
Hmm.
Leon said FDR died in Georgia and it was his 4th term. Now,
Oh
see,
wow.
Leon, my understanding was it was not his 4th term. He was getting ready to run for a 4th term. I know he served 3 terms. I think I'm right about this. In fact, I have
Mhm.
it in front of me. It wasn't his 4th term. It was his 3rd term. He would have won, as I said previously,
Mhm.
he would have won a 4th term. But he died in Georgia at what they called the Southern White House. But
Mhm.
he was in the White House when he died. But that's the gist of it. Go ahead, Neil.
Right.
Continue.
And then also too, what I found interesting was what Barron said to Biden. I still want to know what he said to him, because it made his face from like this to just this.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that look that he turned around and gave both him and Harris, that look like, yeah, we're coming for you, or something. That it was a weird look that he gave him. I still want to know what he said to him.
I want to be a fly on the wall because I want to know 2 things. What did Barron Trump say to Joe Biden? Number
Yeah,
1. And what was that stare down between Kamala Harris and Melania Trump?
yeah.
What was that about? Go ahead. And there was another stare down, Neil. You got to tell him.
Yeah, it was a stare down between what Barron did to both of them as he was leaving, after he said something, whatever he said to them. And then, as you know, is just like, yeah, we're going to come for
I
you, or something
love
kind of
what
look.
Barron Trump is 6'7".
Yeah.
He had to lean down to talk to President Biden.
Hmm.
It's like it was almost as if he was saying, "Listen, little boy,
Yeah.
you know, I'm here now."
Yeah. Yeah. And
you
the way
know?
he did it, the way he did his head, like that way nobody could read his lips. Because, by now we
Yeah.
would have already known what he said, but the way he did
Oh
it.
yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Hmm.
For sure. I tell you what, man, it's been a strange week in DC.
Yeah.
Um, one of the things I took particular interest of was the National Prayer Breakfast. It was, and I took special interest of that, not just because of what the female bishop did, because which
Hmm.
was I could do a whole show on that.
Oh my
I could
God.
have Pastor Steve come in
Oh, he would
and do a
love to
whole
come on
show on
that
that.
one.
Oh, wait! My pastor is up in arms. You don't even know, folks.
Mm.
My pastor, who's my nephew, by the way, um, good kid. He turned out so good. Um, smart, smart pastor.
Yes.
He is absolutely beside himself that a bishop in the Episcopal Church stood up and said that. But on a positive note, the saving grace goes to J.D. Vance, who is devoutly a man of faith. Donald Trump was hurt and he was pissed off, and I understand that. JD must have said, Mr. President, I got this one. Let me take care of it. And
Mm.
JD Vance spoke eloquently about the love of Jesus, talked about God's mercy and God's grace. I think I know where he was going with that. Like,
Yeah.
we're going to forgive her now, but
Hmm.
don't let it happen again. Because if it happens again, we're going to take you down like a lawnmower,
Right.
you know?
Yep.
Anyway, that's my take on it.
Yeah.
Amelia, what do we got coming up? We got a lot of stuff coming up.
Yeah.
We got
Or
a
like
A full month of shows
Like
coming.
Mel
Oh,
Gibson said when he was in the Congress with the congressman, say, "Daddy's home and he's taking his belt off."
yes.
That's what's gonna
Donald
happen,
Trump is daddy, and he took his belt off.
right?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Well, Mel Gibson is a staunch
Yes.
supporter. Did you see Kevin Sorbo?
No, I didn't get a chance to see
Yeah,
him. It was
Kevin
only
Sorbo, one of our former guests, Kevin Sorbo, who, by the way, will be back again. Guest on the show, Kevin Sorbo, was at the inauguration. Yes.
yeah,
I was so happy to see. Well, he remember when he was on the show, he said him and
yeah,
Trump are good buddies.
yeah. He said he was
He's
gonna go to
even
one of
been
his
to
rallies.
Mar-a-Lago.
Yeah,
Leon Roy, get some Wiccans with the get some Wiccans at the prayer breakfast. Yeah, that'll
that'll get
shake things up,
interesting.
Leon.
Yeah, there you
You
go.
think they called the cops on you at the place? Got news for you, kid. They'll bring out the religious police for you. You're really going to go to hell.
Really, right? Say, okay, get him
No,
out.
Wiccan is a peaceful religion. It's a religion of nature.
It is.
Those of you who don't understand what Wicca is, it's a religion that celebrates nature. It is not Satanism. It is
No,
not. They don't use a pentagram.
no.
It's a pentacle, and it's a different color scheme, and the whole thing is different.
Yeah,
Don't let me get started on that. We've done a whole show on it before, and I'm not going to do it again.
right.
Okay, because I'm tired. What else we got, Mill?
Well, I know that on Wednesday night I'm gonna be talking about Facebook, the goods and bads of Facebook.
She's going to do a show, folks. When she came to me with this idea, I was like, "Oh, this is interesting." Mark Zuckerberg did a video. It's a kinder and gentler Facebook. We're calling this show, or Amelia's calling this show, About Face.
Hmm.
In other words, they did an about face.
Right.
They used to censor everybody. Now they're not going to censor anybody.
Nope.
They're full of shit, too, because let me tell you something. They censored 79 of my videos.
Wow.
I'm not even kidding. 79 videos were censored that I had to fight tooth and nail to get reinstated, but they're back up on Facebook. Don't fuck with me, you guys. Okay? Don't fuck with Big Daddy. Because Daddy knows the law.
Right.
Okay? And Daddy's got a real good friend that used to be the president of Fire. All right? You want to know what Fire is? Google it. FIRE. All right? When it comes to free speech, when it comes to this show, I will defend like a son of a bitch our right to say and speak how we wish, how we want, when we want, where we want, anytime we want about anything that we want.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to do, and you can't do shit about it.
Mm-mm.
Why? Because it's called the Constitution of the United States of America. Read it
Yes.
if there are any copies left after they've gotten done burning them all.
Yeah.
What else, Emil?
I know that starting in February, we're gonna be February 3rd is Tap at the Starcher Beyond the Golden Statue. We're gonna call it because she's the one that does all the goodie bags
She
for
does
all
the
the.
Emmy Awards. Yes, not just
Mhm.
the goodie bag. She's a producer and
Mhm.
director, too.
Yeah, those are nice goodie
And who
bags
you got
too.
on the 5th? And we'll stop it at the 5th.
We have. I'm gonna be talking about Dan Emer's book, the weight loss book that he's
Dan
gonna have.
Emer, our friend Dan Emer, whose massive book, The Satan Gene,
Yes, and
is
that's an
now
acronym.
followed up by a fitness and weight loss book. Dan
Hmm.
is a fitness guru. That's what
Yes.
he really is. And then, but I'll tell you, but we still have to talk about the Satan Gene because I'm not
Yeah.
even halfway through that book yet.
I'm not either. I still have that, and it's an acronym, and
My bookmark is where I left it off at because
mhm.
it's like this fucking thick.
Yeah, we have
Like,
authors.
Anyway,
We have authors
we
on the
will
show that
see
like to
you
write
guys. Listen,
big books.
tomorrow night. Can I say goodnight to everybody?
I was just telling people
Can
that
I
we have.
can I do that? Can I say goodnight to everybody?
Yes,
She cuts
go
me off
ahead.
all the time. You know what? You're gonna get it. You're gonna get it. I'm gonna have my wife call you and go, "Don't do that." No, she won't, because my wife will side with you.
Yes, he will. I know,
Yeah,
right?
I know she will. She already has. For crying out loud, you're making me nuts. Anyway. Anyway, folks, listen. Leon, Ruffian, Judy Lee Carter, join me, please. Join me tomorrow night for Wrestling with the Future with former wrestler Michael Armageddon Murphy. He will be my co host for every episode of Wrestling with the Future.
Yep.
But for now, for Amelia, the Pitbull Motormouth Chapman, I am Angelo, Big Daddy Mad Dog DeCipio. Good night. God bless. We'll see you tomorrow
Good
night.
night.
Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Take care.